So here's one video of the Federal Reserve in New York. So the New York Federal Reserve being shut down, at least for a time. This is so that is the Federal Reserve. And of course, workers could not get in. Why I say shutting down is because workers could not get into the Federal Reserve in New York while this was going on. Obviously, the Federal Reserve helps fund all of the projects that are creating the climate crisis. I actually recognize that building, even though we're not seeing any sign in that video, but I actually recognize those blocks of that building because I vomited on them once. I did do that. And it was intentional. I'll have you know, it was not a rogue vomit. It was a full-on intentional vomit on the New York Federal Reserve. We actually videotaped it for a show I did before Redacted Tonight. I went up to the New York Federal Reserve and puked on it. And so, I don't know how much change it created. I don't know. I thought maybe one of the workers might have like as he was walking in, saw me do that, and then, reconsidered his whole life and thought like, wow, my life is vomitously disgusting. Like, there might have been one worker who saw me and he, thought it was worth it. But anyway, so these protests have gone on, and the people shutting shit down are definitely important to talk about. Of course, that's not the part that your mainstream media is going to show you. They're going to show you the friendlier marches that just march down the street and then say goodbye. But to add to that, here is video of several of the floods that just happened last week. This is just last week floods. A little loud, but all right. So there's Hong Kong, Greece, Spain, all being pretty terribly flooded. India. Bulgaria, Greece, particularly, the flooding was so extreme that it destroyed an entire area that was like 1/4 of the farmland in Greece. And there's Guatemala, that's Mexico. Again, this is all last week. That's all within a week. The horror show we're seeing. And I would be very surprised if any one of you know anyone, don't know someone who has at least been through some extreme natural disaster in the past year to 2 years. So it's speeding up. It's getting worse. And it's amazing to see these oil company bootlickers still running around saying, bootlicker was the polite way to say that, still running around trying to tell us that, oh no, it doesn't exist, because we do everything that we agree with everything that big oil, big banks, everything they tell us we agree with and we sign off on. And so therefore climate crisis is not a real thing. To me, that's really sad and pathetic.